Alright, so after the insanity fest that was SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs confrontation, I think I needed a little break. Anyway, guess it's back to reviewing. Maybe I should review something though that makes me feel a little bit better. And you know what? What doesn't make people feel good more than Mega Man? That's right, Mega Man, the little blue bomber, one of the most iconic gaming icons, up there with the likes of Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog. Capcom's best character, best franchise. Yes, best franchise. Don't give me this shit about your Street Fighter or your Resident Evil. And yeah, I understand Mega Man isn't as popular as those right now, but fuck you. Overall, Mega Man is what put Capcom on the motherfucking map. Don't you forget it. Anyway, Mega Man, the gaming icon that has had so many games. So many. I mean, this is, as far as I can tell, it's got to be one of the biggest video game series ever in terms of how many games it actually has in its series. How many games it has actually spawned. But in all honesty, Mega Man has never really spawned a lot of spin-offs. And by spin-offs, I mean ones that aren't, like, legit shooting or, like, running and platforming. Sort of more or less regular Mega Man games. You know, like you know, the regular Mega Man series, or Mega Man X, or Zero, or Battle Network, or Legends. I'm talking random spin-offs that just happen to have Mega Man doing silly things. Sort of like, you know, Mario Party, or Sonic Racing, or something. Now, Mega Man has two major spin-offs that I can think of. We're going to be looking at one of them today, though. No, not that one. Because I have a two-word review for that one. Fucking amazing! It's Mega Man Soccer. Enough said. If you have a Super Nintendo, you go out and find that game. That is one of the best sports games ever. It's easily the best soccer game ever. Fuck you assholes and your stupid FIFA, okay? Just don't give me that, oh, it's so realistic. It's an actual soccer game. No, no, no. Fuck you, Mega Man Soccer. So that's all I gotta say about that. We're not gonna be looking at that because I said all I have to say. That game's amazing. No. The Mega Man spin-off we're gonna be looking at today is Mega Man Battle and Chase for the PlayStation. Never heard of it? I'm not surprised. A lot of people have not heard about this game. It's understandable why, though. You see, Mega Man Battle and Chase was never released outside of Japan. Or it may have also been in the PAL territories as well. But it never came to the USA. The reason it never came to the USA is because Sony Computer Entertainment America thought there were apparently enough racing spin-offs with gaming mascots, and thought the game wouldn't really stand out and probably wouldn't sell well. So, was not released in the US of A. How do we know about this game much more now? Because it came as an extra on the PlayStation 2 GameCube game, the Mega Man X Collection. The collection of the first 6 Mega Man X games, again, that you can get on the PlayStation 2 or the Nintendo GameCube. But there is a 7th game on it that you can unlock. If I remember correctly, it's when you beat Mega Man X1, X2, and X3 on it. Once you successfully do that, though, you are free to play Mega Man Battle and Chase, the 7th game on X Collection. And it's a Mega Man racing game. It's gotta be good. I mean, seriously, it's a racing game along the lines of, you know, like Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing. I mean, and it's Mega Man. Gotta be good then, right? Well, you know, as long as the game actually works, I mean, should have no problem, am I right? So, let's get on with it and let's play some Mega Man Battle and Chase.
So when the game starts up, you're presented with 4 options. The 3 gameplay options and, well, the options menu itself. There's nothing really special about the options menu. Although I suggest maybe you go in there to familiarize yourself with the controls, but nothing special. Anyway, There's versus mode, exactly what you would think it would be. You can either play against the computer or a friend. This game is multiplayer. Or there's time trial mode, which is exactly what you would think it is. You know, beat the best times on certain tracks. And then there's the main competition mode. Now, here you pick one character and you go through a set of races. Each track facing off with one specific character and about 2 or 3 other random cars with random robots. I don't know, I think they're just there to add extra racers. They pretty much never even have a chance on winning the races anyway. But each character you pick has their own special abilities. And the way you use these abilities is that when you race, there's a bar up on the upper left corner. Now, when the bar is full, you get to do your full special attack. And then, but when it's only a little bit full or halfway or just not full all the way, you still get to do some kind of move. But if it's an attack, say it's not as powerful, like for Mega Man, you know, if the bar is fully charged up, you can fire a big charge shot, you know, like Mega Man. If not, though, you fire just these little blasts. So you could either wait for the bar to fill up, or you can just continue doing whatever your other character's ability is. Each character's ability is different, which I will admit makes them unique in their own way. The controls are alright. They're, I mean, some characters handle alright with the analog controls. Yes, this game does allow the analog controls. Some characters, though, are a little better with the digital controls, I feel. I don't know, maybe I'd have to play this game more. The controls are self-explanatory, though. You know, the way you move, the way you pause. X is accelerate, square is reverse. Triangle is apparently taunt. Yeah, taunting in a racing game. I've heard taunting in fighting games, and even in wrestling games, and there they make sense. Well, to an extent. It makes sense in wrestling games. I think they're dumb to have in fighting games. But usually there's a reason. Here, though, I have no idea what the reason is for taunting in this game. You like... I don't know. Your character just says just shouts out some taunt in Japanese, since this game was never translated in English. They shout out some taunt in Japanese, and that's that. Pretty useless. Now, circle is for your to fire your pickup weapons. Yeah, there are pickup weapons, you know, like in Crash Team Racing and Mario Kart. Although here it's a little different. Whereas in Crash Team Racing and Mario Kart, you just crash into like whatever the item icon is, and it randomizes and you get a specific item. Here you have to hit a few of whatever the item is. I don't know. Sometimes they're these cones, sometimes they're metals. You have to hit a few, and then you get an item that'll randomize. Personally, I prefer the other way Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing does it. I feel like there are many times I'm thinking to myself, I really need an item, god damn it. I don't want to keep having to hit 5 metals or whatever, how many I have left to go. And as for the items themselves, unfortunately, I can't tell you what all of them are, because I'm not sure if I've even gotten all of them. Every time I play this, I feel like I get the same ones, like a weird shield, bubble shield thing that makes you go faster, or something that directly slows down the player up front. So I don't know. I don't really know much about the items. They're not really that memorable in comparison to games like Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing. So there's that aspect, which I personally don't like. As for the tracks themselves, they're all right. They've got the simple, you know, arrow things you drive on that boost you. They've also got these red areas that slow you down. There isn't much variety, I'd say, in this game. Not that that makes the game bad. This game is a sort of all right. Now that I think about it, maybe it's better that Sony Computer Entertainment America didn't release this in America. It really doesn't stand out, and eventually we can continue getting more games, you know, like Diddy Kong Racing and fucking South Park Racing. So I guess there really was no purpose for this game. Although maybe I am being a bit too hard on this game. I mean, it's alright. For a Mega Man spin-off, a Mega Man racing game, it's okay. I was expecting more. I don't know, I just really feel like I want more from this game. I mean, it looks alright, but the music's not really memorable. And I don't really criticize music a lot. I think it's not too much of an important thing in video games, but it's just a Mega Man game, so you'd think it would have some really kick-ass music. The graphics could be a little bit better, to be honest. I mean, at first glance, they may look alright, but to be honest, they don't look too much better than, like, Twisted Metal 2, and that came out a year before. One thing I really do like about this game, I think is great, is once you beat an opponent, you can take a certain part of their car. Yeah, in funny little dialogue boxes, they get pissed at you, and they're like, "Oh man, you're taking parts of my car." Yeah, but you can basically more or less customize your car with parts from each opponent you've beaten. Maybe it'll make your tires better, your top speed, your acceleration, your weapon. Eventually, you can go back through the races and get each part from the characters. So hopefully, by the end of the game, you'll have made pretty much the ultimate car. Now, trust me, you're gonna need to upgrade your car. Because once you get to the end of the game, it's going to get a little frustrating. So once you get to the end, it looks like you're about to be awarded the prize, you know, a bunch of prize money, until it's abducted by who else? Well, who else would have to be in this game but Dr. Wily? And he flies in, steals the prize money, I guess he needs funding, and flies away. And then whoever your character is vows to get it back in a race. Yeah. So he steals this prize money, then you come in and challenge him to a race, and rather than sending like some robot boss at you, he's like, "Alright, I'll agree, you beat me, I'll hand this shit back. Only if, I guess he's thinking, only if you don't actually arrest me. I mean, this crime is really small compared to the other shit I've done in the other games, so, I don't know." But hot fucking damn does facing off with Wily suck. His car completely blows you out of the water, and this race has some bullshit turns that really piss me off. This is a really frustrating track. I mean, sure, it's the last one, it's supposed to be, but I don't know, it comes off as an annoying last stage. And then you get to once you beat Wily though, you get the prize, and each character has their own ending. I never really cared enough to go through each character's ending, beat the game with them. In all honesty, this game never really held my attention for too long. But once you win, once you beat Wily, two things happen. One, you unlock Wily, who, wow, is a really overpowered car to use in races. I guess it would make sense. He's basically the boss of the game. But when you're facing off with someone, it kind of becomes unfair. But secondly, though, you can go through the same races again on a higher difficulty, and I guess to acquire the rest of the parts. You know, if you want to unlock everything, I guess, you want to get every single part from every car. As far as I've read on like the Mega Man Wiki, nothing really happens. The ending of the game is just the ending of the game, you know, you beat Dr. Wily. And in all honesty, as I said, I never really cared to go through the whole game, really. You know, once I got to Dr. Wily, that's it. I didn't really feel the need to face off with everyone again and get all the parts. As I said, this game it's alright, but it falls short. It really is no Crash Team Racing or Mario Kart. And compared to the other Mega Man spin-off I mentioned earlier in the video, it's no Mega Man Soccer. So that's Mega Man Battle and Chase. Nothing much really to say. I mean, it's a nice little hidden gem, and it's nice to find it on the Mega Man X collection. But trust me, you've got 6 way better games to play on the Mega Man X collection. And as I said, you've got better racing games, better spin-off racing games for characters like Crash Bandicoot and Mario, and you've got a better Mega Man spin-off in Mega Man Soccer on the Super Nintendo. So I pretty much have nothing to say. I mean, it's an alright game, but it's nothing really special to play. Again, the only reason I think you should even play it is just to see what it's like if you have the Mega Man X collection. If you live in Japan or Europe or something, I wouldn't really suggest picking this game up. Nothing else really to say. I can't even really get angry over this game because it's good enough to just where I'm not too pissed off. I'm not pissed off, but it's like, nah. I'll go play some Crash Team Racing. So that's that's Mega Man Battle and Chase. If I were to give it like a something out of 10, maybe a 5 out of 10. I don't know. Anyway, that's my review. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Feel free to check out the rest of my reviews.